Hey everyone, today I am answering all of your styling questions. Thank you so much for sending me DMs on my Instagram account, StyleMeMassi. I'm gonna get right into it, but first, don't forget to subscribe, really means a lot. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new fashion content. Okay, let's get into it with the first question. Why are you so loud with your style? Why maximalism? Well, I'm personally loud with my style because I'm from Las Vegas and I'm a product of my environment, which is color, print, pattern, texture, showgirls, feathers, Siegfried and Roy, white tigers. So Vegas is an experience, right? When you walk into a hotel, even the air smells different. So I just can't help but love the boldness of color, print, pattern, and texture because of just how I grew up. Now, when it comes to being a maximalist, I think that it's a lot more common than a lot of people think. I think the stigma is that being a maximalist is stealing the spotlight or being extra, but I really think it's about expressing your vibrancy through clothes and being very bold and stepping out of your own comfort zone to project a certain message. So even if you do appreciate quiet luxury, it would be fun to kind of shift a little bit towards a maximalist just to kind of test the waters out for you. I think a way to figure this out is just by trial and error, and I hope that my YouTube channel shows you some ways that you can incorporate this maximalist aesthetic into your wardrobe. Okay. Let's go to the second question. All right, I wear petite sizes and I hate the styles that are available. It's a floral overload and I'm looking for an edgy and bold style. What brands are out there for this? Wow, well, yes, I have styled all shapes and sizes. And I do agree that the petite designers do have more of a feminine touch. And I do see a lot of florals and a lot of ruffles. I recently had a client very similar to the person that wrote in this question where she wanted like a very edgy androgynous style. And I myself searched high and low and couldn't find the designer that would fit her aesthetic, but also her size. And so we shifted. I think it's normalized that men work with tailors, but I think women should equally work with tailors as well, because why compromise on what you want? You really shouldn't. You should get exactly what you want, and it's very easy to make small adjustments to your waist or your hips or the hem of a pant or the sleeve of a jacket. So my advice to the person that wrote in this question is invest in a tailor and don't compromise on what you like and make simple alterations so you get the exact style that you're looking for. All right, third question. This is funny. Okay, what luxury labels are a waste of money? Any designer that's made in China? Probably, which is a lot of the luxury brands. You know, what's funny is that even if it says it's made in Italy or made in France, most likely 80% of the manufacturing is done in China. I would say instead of having a laundry list of designers to hate on, instead be educated in quality and construction. I would say if you see the fiber content tag on the inside of a garment and you see a lot of polyester or synthetic fibers, then that's a cue that this is not worth the price tag. Now, if you're seeing natural fibers like cashmere, cotton blends, satin silk blends, then the price can be more justified. Another thing to look for is stitching. Are the stitches straight? Are they curved? Is the thread the same color throughout the garment? Sometimes you'll see off-white and white and eggshell all in one garment. So be very detail-oriented and have almost like a magnifying glass sort of eye perspective when you are looking at the garment construction, when you're looking at the thread that's being used. Another tip, which this drives me crazy. What drives me crazy is when the patterns don't align. especially in printed pants. Like you have a center front seam and a center back seam. If you have a pattern, the pattern should match. It should be a book match or bookmark match, whatever they call it. It should perfectly match. It drives me crazy when the pattern is slightly askew and it's not a nice flowing continual image of that pattern. So if you see the patterns not aligning, that was definitely not worth the price. Another tip, if there is a massive print or an embellishment on the front of the garment, but it's solid black or beige on the back of the garment, just pass. Nothing drives me crazier than having like a crazy beautiful front of a garment and then the back is like a backdrop. So no, but I do have to say, one designer that is not worth the hype is Golden Goose. Why are you buying shoes that are dirty? That's all I gotta say on that. Okay, next question. Are skinny jeans really out? And what are your favorite jeans? Are skinny jeans really out? I think so. I think skinny jeans are gonna take a back seat for a little bit. Right now we are living in, I mean, look at what I'm wearing right now. Obviously I dress for each video, but I'm obsessed with baggy pants, straight leg, flared leg, palazzo pants. I think they're a lot more current. Now, will skinny jeans eventually make their way back to the center stage? Yeah, absolutely, because fashion is cyclical. But for right now, I think it's a real cue if you're on trend or off trend, if you're wearing skinny jeans, if you don't like a wide leg jean or a baggy denim, then just do a straight leg or a tailored leg. It's literally a small adjustment from a skinny jean and you don't feel like you're swimming in the pants that you're wearing. Some of my favorite denim, I actually have a Shop My account now, which you can check out. It's the same as YouTube, Style Me Massi. And I have all the jeans that I'm obsessed with for both men and women. Some of the designers that I have up there are Mother Jeans. I have Citizens of Humanity. What else do I love? I love Acne Denim. I'm loving Jacquemus has some great denim. Good American. I really love Good American jeans. I think they're great. They're not hyper expensive and the fit is really on point. Oh no, I guess Opal didn't like Good American. Sometimes she'll be in and out of frame, but I'm really proud of her for staying in for as long as she did. Okay. So those are the denim that I'm loving right now. If you want to shop the denim that I've selected, don't forget to check out my Shop My account, which is Style Me Massi. All right, on to the next question. How can I create a capsule wardrobe? This is not just a question I got an abundance of in my DMs, but with my private clients, especially my clients that work either they're CEOs or a high power executive position where they're wearing basically a uniform every day. It's a fun uniform, but there is a lot of consistency in what they're wearing. They find that having a capsule wardrobe is the way to go for them. So to easily answer your question, because it is honestly a very long-winded answer, and I did do a video on creating a capsule wardrobe, so definitely check that out. It has a lot of really good advice in there and I break down each step, so it's a really foolproof plan. But in short, you want to know what your signature style is, because you won't know what to buy unless you know what you stand for stylistically. So that's first and foremost, is know your signature style. Once you have that ironed out, then you basically want to buy 4 items in each category in different colors and then splash in a print here and there. But the purpose of a capsule collection is to create a foundation and then you can build on that foundation. So think about it, a foundation, there needs to be timeless pieces. So as much as I love color, print, pattern, and texture, I would say if you're just starting off, work with neutrals and then add in solid saturated colors. So for example, you're gonna have 4 blazers. You're gonna have black, brown, let's say green, and then purple. Or for guys, you have black, brown, navy blue, and gray. And then for slacks, for women, you'll have a plaid, a houndstooth, a black and a gray. Guys will have black, brown, gray, blue, so on and so forth. If you're confused about what are all the categories, go to Nordstrom, go to Neiman's, go to Saks, any department store online, and just click underneath categories because they categorize each department. So you just go down the line and choose 4 items in each category and make sure you add in a splash of color so that we're not all beige, gray, snore, bore. Okay, but again, more info on capsule collections because I did an entire episode on it, so don't sleep on it. All right, moving right along. What are your outfit suggestions for a comfortable outfit that also looks polished? Comfortable outfit that also looks polished. I think having a great trouser speaks volumes and it's a really easy way to elevate a look. I personally like to wear a vintage tee, obviously, but if I was not filming this episode and I was out running errands or I had like a quick coffee meeting, I would pair them with an Alice and Olivia black trouser and then I would do a heeled boot and an oversized blazer or an oversized piece of outerwear. I think a lot of times people get stuck in this blazer world when they want to have a polished look, but I would opt for something that is oversized so it's a little bit more modern. But the short answer is really invest in nicely fitted trousers because they instantly polish a look and then you can add your edge to it depending on what you pair it with in terms of shoes or your top. Okay, well here's a real specific one. All right, I work in private equity and work fully remote. I take a lot of Zoom meetings and need outfits that are professional but appropriate for having a home office. This kind of goes back to how to have a comfortable outfit while looking polished. I think it's again about having the right trousers. Now, here's the catch here, is it's a Zoom call, right? So all of your Zoom calls are from the waist up. So the premise of having a well-fitted trouser, let's flip that over and have a nice silk blouse or a flowy blouse or a really structured button down. And then your pants or your skirt can be something a little bit more on the casual side that's a little bit more comfortable. And then again, having a piece of outerwear that you can layer over your top can add some nice dimension while you're on camera and also give you a way to express your personality outside of just one item. So in summary, basically a silk button down, a crisp button down, or a really nice blouse, and then a piece of outerwear on top of that. And then please try to refrain from wearing sweatpants because I know people don't see them, but I think it's really important to have like a whole look because when you're done with that Zoom call, you wanna like continue on with your day. Maybe you have errands to run, maybe you have to go pick up your kids and you don't wanna change multiple times a day. Some designers are really amping up their athletic leisure. These slacks that I'm wearing are from a brand here in LA and downtown named Neoti, and I've dressed these pants up and down. I really like them, and I think when you find a slack that feels really comfortable but is a great transition from working from home to running errands, it's honestly a godsend. Like I mentioned, I have a Shop My account, so I have those options for you on my account, so definitely check it out if you're a little bit stumped on this. Okay, almost there. Let's see. Next question is, break down different dates and what to wear on the dates for both men and women, day and evening. Okay, a little confusing how that was written, but daytime outfits for a date and nighttime outfits for a date. I think you need to know where you're going. First of all, hopefully the person you're going on a date with tells you, hey, I'm picking you up at this time. This is where we're going, so that you can look at the space and kind of assess the level of dressy it is. But in general, for a daytime look, I think for women, what would be really nice is a midi skirt that's a knit fabric. A midi skirt hits at the smallest part of your waist in the middle of your shin. So it really elongates your waist, your legs, it shows off your figure without showing too much, and it's something that's nice to wear where you're still saying, oh, I just threw this little thing, I just threw it on, instead of like doing a sundress, which sometimes might look like you're trying too hard, but I do love a sundress though, don't get me wrong. But I wanna tell you something that's a little bit out of the box. So a knit midi skirt, a bodysuit, and maybe like a chunky Letterman's jacket is how I'm feeling to finish off this look. I think a great boot would be nice, but as we head into summer, well, actually, because we're in summer, just kidding, it's a little cloudy today. But because we're in summer, maybe do like a ballet flat or do, what else? A ballet flat, a boot. You can do a peep toe heel. That's like a kitten peep toe heel. I think that would be cute for daytime. For evening, for women, again, if you are told where you're going, look at the restaurant, look at where you're going, and kind of gauge what the level is. If you're going to a concert, you're obviously gonna dress differently than if you're going to a restaurant. But just for the purposes of this video, let's say you're going to a nice dinner. I would say a little black dress, you can't go wrong, but instead of a little black dress, why don't you spice it up with a nice little red dress? That could be really cute. And then your shoes could be black, and you can have like a cute black headband and like some really cute pearl earrings. So you have a little bit of the classiness with the pearls, and you have that sassy boldness spirit through the red dress. And you know, let's change it up. Instead of a little black dress, let's do a little red dress. Okay, for guys, during the day, I really, really appreciate a well-dressed man, because guys, you don't understand how long it takes us to get ready. I mean, the hair and the makeup is at least an hour and a half, and then we have to drive there, and then we have to sit with you, and hopefully it's a good date. And then we have to go home and take all this stuff off of our faces and our hair and all that stuff. So anytime I go on a date and the guy just like doesn't care about what he's wearing, I immediately want to end the date. So guys, please take the time to pre-plan your outfits. So for a daytime date, I would say instead of doing jeans, maybe do a plaid slack that is more of a relaxed fit. Maybe it has more of a generous width on the pants themselves. And then you can do an ironed t-shirt. Yes, you can wear a t-shirt, but please iron it. If you don't have an iron, a steamer will be okay, but make sure all of the wrinkles are out, because if it's not perfectly pressed, you're going to look sloppy. And instead of a sneaker, maybe opt for a casual loafer, maybe like a suede loafer would be nice, so that you're still casual and you're not trying too hard. For evening, again, I think obviously guys, you know where you're going to go eat, but I really do love a blazer. I really do. I know not a lot of guys wear blazers anymore. I'm not saying you need to wear a suit, don't get me wrong. You can even wear dark denim, a knit t-shirt, not a cotton t-shirt, but a knit t-shirt. So it's a looped fabric, it's not a woven fabric, but a knit t-shirt elevates an outfit instantly, and they're really, really comfortable, so you don't feel very stuffy. So wearing the knit t-shirt underneath the blazer, just a basic, well-tailored black blazer, and do a black leather loafer, call it a day, very easy, but put some thought into your outfits, guys. It means a lot, and I think the girl's energy will shift if you're matching her level of style. Those are my date outfits. Here's kind of a personal question. What's the best underwear to wear? It's actually it's a valid question. It's really important to make sure that what you're wearing underneath your clothes gives you the support that you need and helps you conceal the areas that you want to conceal. And it's not like I'm trying to make the Kardashians any richer than they already are, even though they're all boss babes and they're all entrepreneurs. But Skims is killing it. Before Skims, the underwear situation was either not really great quality or not really great fit, or maybe the cuts weren't right, but they went in there and changed it all. So men, women, everyone, Skims is honestly, it's foolproof. So that's my short answer. Skims. Do you have a style question, Roger?
How do you stay on trend, but not be so trendy that when you look back in 3 years, you'll hate the way you looked?
Don't buy fast fashion. That would be my advice, is don't buy fast fashion. Fast fashion, that is when they're churning out these Barbie dolls so that every single person that shops at Forever 21, ASOS, what else is there? Zara, H&M, they're all saying the same thing, and they're not really leaving room for you to have your own personality. And in order to not regret what you wear, 3 to 4 years from now, I think if you're being authentic to yourself, you're not gonna regret it. So you instantly can feel if an outfit is gonna work or not. Your whole body language is gonna change. So if you have to force it, don't wear it. And I always say, trust your gut, because your gut is honestly your first brain. So listen to it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I really love answering all of your questions, and I want to keep this conversation going. I really love what I do, and I want to help as many people as possible. So don't be shy. Drop a comment here. Obviously, subscribe, because I really appreciate the love. And continue to send me DMs on my Instagram at @StyleMeMassi, and I will continue to answer your questions in the next coming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next outfit.